types of beings in the universe. Those who dance, and those who do not.
I get it, yes. I am a dancer, Gamora is not.
You just need to find a woman who is pathetic. Like you.
Thanks, buddy.
Do you need a hug?
No, I do not.
Oh, I thought I said no. You're welcome.
Hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing.
Hey everyone, I'm Tamara Krinsky.
And I'm Lorraine Singh.
And we are here at the world premiere of Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
That's right, live from Hollywood on the Walk of Fame in front of the very iconic Dolby Theater.
That's right, and in just a short time, the world premiere is going to be unspooling inside that theater for the cast, for friends, for fans. It is a fantastic night to be here in Hollywood.
And thank you so much for joining us. You can watch this live stream over at marvel.com/GOTG Vol 2, where you can check out not only this live stream, but our galleries and our live blogs and lots of other cool stuff.
That's right, and of course we want you guys to join in on the conversation, so use the hashtag GOTG Vol 2 Premiere with an E.
That's right. And you can check us out on Twitter at Guardians, or you can check us out at Guardians of the Galaxy on Instagram and on Facebook.
That's right. We've made it really easy for you guys to communicate because, as you know, Marvel is all about the fans, so much so that James Gunn recently made an announcement that he was going to be directing Volume 3. He didn't wait for a press tour. He didn't wait for an interview. He put it on his Facebook page.
That's right, because he cares so much about the fans, about you guys at home, and I love that he said, he was like, I wanted to make sure that I felt the passion for this, that I wanted to do a third one, and doing this film is what made him want to do another. So I'm so excited that we're going to get him back again.
Me too, and he will be here tonight. The cast will be here tonight. It's an incredible group of actors, so funny, so heartfelt, and we're going to be bringing this all to you. This carpet stretches all the way down that way. All the way down that way.
Yeah, there will be a ton of people coming down that carpet, and they're going to be arriving just over there. I'm going to go check that out in a little bit and show you guys some of the cool inner workings of the carpet.
That's right. She's going to give you a little behind-the-scenes look, and also we've got some great features from the film here that Lorraine will be telling you about as we take you through this red carpet.
That's right. And I'm so excited to see this cast. Chris Pratt is back as Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord. We have Zoe Saldana coming back as Gamora. We have Dave Bautista coming back as Drax the Destroyer.
That's right. We've got Rocket. We've got Baby Groot this time around, voiced by Bradley, and we've got Vin Diesel, of course, and we've got so many more people for you coming. Nebula.
Right. We have Nebula, played by Karen Gillan. She's so fantastic, and she has some great scenes in this film that you guys are going to be really excited about.
That's right.
And of course, we have Michael Rooker back as Yondu.
And they really have expanded the world of the Ravagers this time around, so Yondu's storyline is expanded, which is great. We also see Sean Gunn, who plays Kraglin and does the body work for Rocket on set. As part of that expanded Ravager world, we get more of him in the movie too.
Yeah, and you know, something that I really love that has been said about Sean Gunn's work is that you never get to see him as Rocket, but one of the cinematographers was talking about how it's his favorite part is watching his footage as Rocket. So I'm so excited that we get him back for both roles.
Exactly. So in just a few minutes, we are going to show you a little peek of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And that'll give you a little look at what you guys have in store.
And we're going to be talking a little bit more. We're introducing some really cool new characters into the Marvel Cinematic Universe and into the Guardians.
That's right. So let's take a look, and you'll get your first glimpse.
Just who in the hell do you think you are?
Well...
That was awesome!
He's so cute.
What's that?
He says, welcome to the frickin' Guardians of the Galaxy. Only he didn't use frickin'.
Look out!
Oh, wow. I tried, guys.
Things that One of the things that I love about these red carpets is that so many people from the Marvel Cinematic Universe family show up. I'm here with David Hasselhoff from Ant-Man and his lovely wife Evelyn, and number 3, I don't know if you can see. Tell me what brings you here tonight.
So good to see you. Well, what brings us here first and foremost is we're part of this Marvel family, but also we're really good friends with James and his entire incredible team that made this movie, the sequel to one of our all-time favorite films. So we're so excited to be here to support all of our friends. All the Ravagers are literally our pals, and we hang out with them all the time, and so we know that they're even more crude and evil and feisty than they are in the films. We're really excited to be here, though, for our friends, to support them.
I love that you're here both as a friend and a fan. You know, one of the things that was so exciting about this movie is this expanded Ravager universe. What were you hearing from your friends as they were shooting this stuff?
How much fun they had? Yeah, they would come back from Atlanta with these crazy stories, and it just seems like they had so much fun. I was jealous. They're my friends. Like, we're hanging out at my house, and they're telling me these stories. I'm like, I want to be there. Can't Kurt be one of the Ravagers? Can't Kurt travel to space?
Yeah, I think Kurt could travel to space, maybe, right?
Let's call Peyton.
If you could bring a Ravager into the Ant-Man world, which Ravager would you choose?
I forget what Stevie Blackheart's character's name is now. Crusterface, something like that. Our buddy Steven Blackheart. He actually had a small cameo in Guardians 1, but he's in Guardians 2, and only based on his appearance, I know that I would like to hang out with that guy. Yeah.
Well, you know, we have some new characters, some new actors in this film. What advice would you give them about sort of navigating this whole Marvel universe, like Pom Klementieff, who's new to the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
That it's one of the most fun times that you'll ever have as an actor, as somebody part of telling stories, and just being here and getting to be a part of the family. I just, some of our friends who are in this for the first time, I said, relax, enjoy it, because it's like going to a family reunion when you get to be around this group of artists. It's really amazing.
It is, and you know, there's a big family theme that goes through Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got father-son stories, we've got sibling rivalry, and of course, you know, Sean is on set doing a lot of stuff. Yep. Do you think some of that was pulled from real life? What is it like hanging out with the brothers Gunn?
They're amazing, and I've known Sean, we went to college together in Chicago 20 years ago. I've known Sean forever, and then I became friends with James completely separately, and now to see them work together and to know that Sean isn't only James' brother and one of his best friends, but he's one of his favorite actors, and we all know how talented Sean is, but seeing him embody Rocket and his character, and it's really awesome. It shows again how much fun it is, and that it's like a family environment when they make the films.
That's right. And when you're doing one of these films, there is so much going on. I mean, the sets are huge, the pressure is big. How do you stay grounded in the world that they've created for you?
For me, I'm very fortunate and blessed that Eve and our family travel with us, so we're all together, but all the other actors in Ant-Man, and Peyton, the director, and the team and the crew, a lot of the crew go from film to film, so your first ADs, your camera people, a lot of the people that you're working with it's part of this big, large family that you feel like, you know, even from the executives down, you see these faces that you get to know and love, and so that's how you stay grounded. You remember that you're in a safe environment where you can totally feel free to be crazy, zany. Your passion and love for film and comic books can come to life, and they create an environment where you can do so and have a lot of fun doing it.
And you're a big comics fan, you always have been. So I want to hear from you what his reaction was like when he found out he was going to get to do Ant-Man.
When he was going to do Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was such a long process when we were going to do Ant-Man. It kept being like, I don't believe it until I get there. I don't believe it until I get there. And I think it wasn't until you were sitting at the table and they were literally showing you the props and the Ant-Man mask that you were like, oh, I think this is real. I think I get to do this. And they're showing you watches and what Kurt would wear, that you were like, this is happening. This is really going to happen.
A lot of tears, a lot of ugly crying, and she held me like the baby I am. I was over the moon, you know? Yeah. Yeah.
And I know you guys have kids. You've seen the trailers for Guardians at this point, yes?
Yes, I've actually seen the whole film.
All right, so then how does your toddler's tantrum compare to Baby Groot?
Very, very similar. Yes, Groot and Arlo would be best friends, and actually Arlo loves Groot.
Our son loves Groot, and he says, "I am Groot" around the house.
Yeah,
Yes.
he picks apart the comics and goes to Groot. Yeah, they have a very strong bond.
You are starting him early on the comics. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's Daddy's influence. I'm so nervous he's going to want me to teach him how to throw a curveball, and I'm going to tell him how to, decipher my favorite villains from the MCU.
I don't know. I think that baseball and Guardians can coexist. I think baseball and comics can coexist, and you'll have to tell. Well, you know that from seeing this movie.
Yes, exactly.
I can't wait. I have not seen it, so I'm on the edge of my seat. I cannot wait to see this movie. Yeah.
Well, I do not think you'll be disappointed. There is big action. There is a lot of heart to it, I would say, right?
Yeah, so something that James is really good at. You're watching these movies, you're having so much fun, you're distracted by the action sequences, and then all of a sudden at the end he gets you with that heart, and you're just totally knocked on your feet, and it's just they're great, beautiful movies.
He's a master of that.
Yeah.
It really is. We're so fortunate to know him, but it's because he's such a wonderful human being, and his heart is so giant. He's like a big kid in a lot of ways, and he brings that to the movies that he makes.
Well, something too that I've really been impressed by with James is, he is so great at communicating with the fans on Facebook, on Twitter, all of it. Where does that drive come from to be, just so direct and out there with everyone?
I feel like he just cares so much. He
does.
cares to a degree that is, it's like, it's inspiring and it's mind-blowing, and he really wants every person to realize that he's making this movie for every single fan that's sitting out there. So to connect with them is something that I think he takes as a great responsibility and honor, and you see it in the work.
Well, we will let you guys get in the theater. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us, to talk to the Marvel fans.
Thank you so much, and we'll hopefully see you again soon.
I hope so. That would be good. All right. Have a great night.
Bye.
Like we said, everyone here shows up. So let's see what's going on at the arrivals section of the carpet. Lorraine, what do you have going on down there?
Hey, Tamara.
Hey.
I'm here at Hollywood and Highland. The street is shut down. The fans are screaming. James Gunn just walked up. Anna Faris is here. She's a Vision in Pink, of course, the wife to our star Lord, Chris Pratt, a.k.a. Peter Quill. And you might hear a little bit of music happening in the background. We got a DJ bumping because we all know that Guardians of the Galaxy isn't Guardians of the Galaxy without some great jams. Do you hear that music?
Marvel Studios,
yeah, a little bit of feels from the first Guardians film.
Premiere. You might recognize this one if you're a fan.
The fact that there's actually a DJ here on the carpet is just another extension of how important music is to this movie. As we know, the soundtrack for Volume 1 was absolutely incredible. And, I mean, the carpet's kind of inspired by some of the music, right?
That's what I was going to say, actually. If you take a look at this carpet behind me, all these beautiful neon colors, very reminiscent of that time when the first Awesome Mix was made, and you're going to see also in the Awesome Mix Volume 2, there's some really fantastic songs, which I believe were just announced today. We're going to hear Mr. Blue Sky, we're going to hear songs from Sam Cooke and Fleetwood Mac and all kinds of iconic artists, and it's music like this, like I Like Pina Coladas, that make you feel so good inside. Every song, I feel like James Gunn does such a wonderful job of choosing these songs that just really bring back this Pavlovian response of, oh yeah, the good old days, and I think that's a lot of what Star-Lord is about, like that wonderful nostalgia.
Well, speaking of Star-Lord, I am here with Wyatt Olev, who plays young Peter Quill.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So how does it feel to be here tonight on this crazy big red carpet for you?
You know what? I was here last time, and it was definitely not as big. No one knew how good the first movie was going to be, and I'm really happy to be here, and it's just incredible. So.
Now, when you find out you're going to be playing the younger version of Chris Pratt, what was your reaction?
Well, at first, I didn't even know who the younger version of I was playing, and so hearing that it was Chris Pratt, I was like super surprised and really stoked. But that was almost 4 years ago when I heard that, and yeah, it's been a long time since. But.
And tell me a little bit about what James's energy is like on set.
James is just the most wonderful guy. He's such like an amazing person to be around, and he just makes you feel comfortable all the time. And
that seems to be what I'm hearing from almost all of the cast that we've spoken with, that he just has this incredible energy around him. For you, when you're in the middle of these big sets, there's so much going on, but you've got to keep it real. How do you like to do that? How do you kind of stay grounded?
Well, I just kind of make sure that I myself think to myself, oh, well, are you going to look good in this movie if you do this? Or do you want to ask James this? I just try to keep myself I don't know why I was going to say self-centered, but just
Focused.
Yeah, focused. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to the Marvel fan, and congrats on the film. Have a great time tonight.
You too.
You're welcome. All right, coming up next, we have Seth Green and Claire Grant. They are very good friends of James's, and of course, big in the comic. They're right behind me. Like we said, this is live, so anything can happen. They tell me who's coming, and hopefully I bring them straight to you so that we can talk with them. You may know Seth Green from Robot Chicken, and Claire Grant does a ton of voiceover in the comics world, so we'll bring them over to talk in just a moment. So, hey guys. Hi. Great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you too. So, you guys are here to support James, of course.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's it like seeing him kind of go from the smaller movies that he's made through that first Guardians, which just exploded, and here we are now?
Well, it's always fantastic to see your friends blow up, but it's definitely deserved with him.
Yeah, Gunn is an amazing writer, a brilliant director. He loves actors, he loves movies. I love that first Guardians movie. It's exciting to see the second one.
And you guys are both so accomplished with voiceover, Robot Chicken, of course, Emmy winning, and you do so many different voices in the comic book world. What's it been like for you guys watching sort of Root and Rocket and Groot live, Rocket and Groot, because you know that world so well?
It's been really amazing watching all these characters take to mass pop culture. They're such charismatic and entertaining characters, and watching like mass pop catch up to that is really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Marvel's my favorite superheroes, and I love this world. Getting to see them on the big screen and done so well, it's like a childhood dream come true.
And if you guys could hang out with a Guardian for a day, do you have a favorite Guardian? Not the actors, because they're all wonderful, but like an actual character.
That's so cruel. That's so cruel of a choice. I mean, I'd probably want my mornings with Quill, my brunch with Gamora. I'd want my afternoons with Drax, my evenings with Rocket. Yeah.
Drax is my favorite.
His delivery is incredible. One of the things, I was talking with James the other day about the fact that now that he knew he was writing for Dave Bautista, he was actually able to tweak his writing, which is so different when you know who you're going to be writing for. For you as a writer, when you are writing for particular characters, is that something you keep in mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a lot of times if I write something, it's for someone specific, or I'll at least think of a particular person because it'll help guide a character.
And for you, tell us a little bit, give us a little bit of insight what it's like inside the VO booth when you're creating these characters that are so loved. How do you find inspiration? How do you keep up your energy?
Well, I find that the passion for the character or the project really helps to keep the energy up, and then just trying to get in the mindset of how that character would think goes a long way.
And as far as the upcoming Marvel slate, what are you guys both looking most forward to?
Ooh, I can't wait for the Infinity War. Also that, not Adam, to jump on you.
I'm kind of excited about that Black Panther movie. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
That Ragnarok trailer looks fantastic.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Honestly, I've just been waiting for this version of Spider-Man, so I couldn't be more excited for Homecoming.
I love the fact that they've talked about that it's going to kind of have a Breakfast Club vibe and sort of harken back to that.
It should absolutely have that, yeah.
Exactly.
Peter Parker is the teenager of the Marvel Universe.
He's kind of like the everyman, superhero.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming out to support James. Have a great time tonight.
Thank you.
Good to see you. You're welcome. All right, everyone. So like we said, James has a lot of friends involved in this film. A lot of his friends are playing Ravagers, and they're going to be coming down the carpet along with other folks from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, we had started to talk just a little bit before about where we left off. At the end of the last movie, the Guardians had saved Xandar and kind of went from this ragtag band to being a very legitimate group of saviors for the galaxy. So they've kind of, gotten a lot more respect. So now we find that it's really just a couple of months later, not too much time has passed. Star-Lord, Chris Pratt, is still very anxious to figure out where is his dad, since finding out that he's actually only half Terran, half from Earth. So that is something we're going to explore in this movie. Gamora, who was really driven by revenge in the last movie. It was pretty much find Thanos or bust, is definitely in more of a redemption mode. So, all right, I hear there's some stuff going on at the other end. Lorraine, what's happening down at Arrivals right now?
Well, right now they're just clearing out the carpet because there are more people coming down on their way. It was very sweet, actually. There are some fans that have been given some sort of novelty sunglasses that have different characters. They have Groot or Star-Lord. There's an itty-bitty little maybe boy who is about 3 years old or 4 years old who has on Star-Lord glasses, and Chris Pratt stopped to take a picture and just hang out with him, which is so sweet. You know, it's so wonderful to see them hanging out with the fans. How's it going there, Tamara?
Hello, I'm here with Chris Sullivan, who plays Taserface.
That's right.
Yes, new to the Guardians of the Galaxy.
New character, new baddie, new bad guy coming to town.
So you have an incredible look in this movie, and tell us a little bit about creating that look.
Yeah, you know, the makeup that I was fortunate enough to wear was 2.5 to 3.5 hours of mostly facial prosthetics, and it was a nice way to bond with the makeup team at about 6 o'clock in the morning. But as far as makeup goes in this film, I'm pretty sure I had it the easiest. Because I've heard some long stories.
Well, they weren't painting you different colors, so...
No, it was no full bodies. You know, I'm pretty sure Batista, you know, sits there like this with his arms outstretched for a good 4 or 5 hours getting into makeup. So
I don't know. You look like you do that pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like with a couple of arm props, I could pull that off.
Exactly. I have to say, I was so excited to see what you were going to wear tonight, because you either wear a cool hat, cool pants, and we've got the cool jacket going on.
Yeah, this is actually... It's one of the jackets that my character on This Is Us wears, and I went and got one in my own size because I liked it so much.
Very nice. So that was actually a question for you. So Toby, who I have a little crush on, is so wonderful and so warm and caring, and Taserface is not.
Taserface is not. Taserface, I think, would be the polar cosmic opposite of Toby. Literally from another planet. Literally represents the opposite of everything Toby does. So that's fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So how is it swinging back and forth between those two extremes for you?
I like it. It's like stretching my legs. It's like going for a run. It's like lifting weights and also doing yoga. It's a well-balanced chance to perform.
So, like I said, we're talking live to the Marvel fans. So a lot of the stuff that you shot is on the Elektra set, which is, you know, the ship, the big Ravager, the big Ravager ship. Yeah. What was that? What was it like being on such a huge practical set?
You know, what I think is I was most impressed by, because this is the first film I've done of this magnitude, is how many of the sets were practical. You know, we walked onto that Ravager ship, and it was the size of a football field. They had to move it from the studio to the convention center in order to fit the thing. So it was gigantic. So there's not a whole lot of acting. You don't have to do a lot of pretending as to where you are. So that's good.
Well, we're so glad you took some time to come talk to the fans. Congratulations, and have a great time tonight.
All right, thanks very much. Enjoy the film.
Okay, I can hear some shouting, which means more cast members are arriving here. Hello, how are you?
I'm really well, how are you?
I'm good.
You look lovely.
Thank you, so do you. I'm loving the red.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So like we were saying, one of the things we love about Marvel premieres is so many people from the Marvel Universe show up. You want to tell fans, because we're talking to them live, a little bit about where things have ended up for Karen right now. Where's she at?
Yeah, Karen's an interesting place. She just found a really big secret about her best friend and someone that she cares deeply about. But she also has these lingering feelings for Frank Castle, so she's a little bit stuck in the middle. But I appreciate that she's striking out on her own as a journalist, so it's a really cool place to be.
Awesome. We'll have a wonderful time tonight, and thank you so much for stopping by.
I'm so excited to be here. We love her.
Have a great time. Okay. All right, like I said, I can hear shouting going on. So the fans are screaming, there's a lot of people waving, and we're going to bring these guys all down to talk to you. I'm not sure who's coming up next, but we will keep you posted. So Natalia Cordova is coming up next. It is our favorite Yo-Yo. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, it is so good to see you.
Thank you, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So tell us a little bit about your thoughts on the twists that have been going on in S.H.I.E.L.D. these days.
Oh, I'm loving it. I think the framework was a great idea. It just gave so many characters a different role to play within themselves. And for Yo-Yo, it was, you know, it is going to become extremely dramatic because, as you know, Mac is in there, so I'm loving it.
That's right. And as far as, you know, we've seen this slow boil of a relationship between you and Mac. Where would you like to see things go?
All the way. Well, they've already gone pretty far, pretty fast. But I love working with Henry Simmons, and we have a great connection and chemistry. And when you find an actor that you have that with, you just hope that whatever the relationship turns into or not, but that you continue working together. So I hope it goes further.
You're also on set with a bunch of pretty amazing kick-butt women, including yourself. What's it like getting to play such a strong, multifaceted character who's really her own person and plays by her own rules?
It's incredibly special because I always say, you know, I grew up in Mexico. Mexico's an incredibly patriarch society. It's very macho, can be very misogynistic. So from a young age, you kind of have to choose between being strong and being accepted. And so to be able to be strong and loved and accepted, and with Yo-Yo and these characters, Chloe, Elizabeth, Ming, all the characters that are just strong women and at the same time vulnerable, that you can be both. They're not, you know, exclusive. And it's just very important so little girls can go, oh, I can do all that and still be loved and still have both worlds, you know, not have to choose anymore.
That's right. You don't have to choose between being a princess and also taking care of yourself. Exactly. So speaking of, you know, the S.H.I.E.L.D. team is very much a family. Guardians team is very much a family. If you could adopt a member of the Guardians to bring into S.H.I.E.L.D., who would you want there? Who would you want getting your back?
Probably Groot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like people that don't, or things that don't speak too much.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to the fans. Best of luck with the rest of the seasons. There's 4 episodes left, and I can't wait to see how it wraps up.
Me too. Thank you so much.
Nice
meeting you.
Nice to meet you too,
Have a good
Natalia.
night.
Thank you. Like we said, you never know who's going to show up. There is so much going on this carpet right now. We have arrivals happening. We have people coming from all of our different shows. That was Yo-Yo, in case you don't know, from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've got 4 episodes left. There's been a really great plot twist for this 3rd chunk of the season with the framework. So it's keeping everyone on their toes as all of the actors get to explore slightly different sides of their characters. But speaking of characters, we were talking about where we had left off with everyone in Guardians of the Galaxy at the end of the first movie. And I think we were talking about Nebula, who is out for some pretty serious revenge. She's mad at Thanos. She's mad at her sister Gamora. So we're going to see where that journey takes her in this movie. And she's not the only one who would like to do a little bit of butt kicking. You know, we've got Drax, who wanted to get revenge against Ronan, and he did, but now he says he still wants to go after Thanos. So we're going to see where that takes him as well. And then, of course, we've got Rocket and Groot. We've got Groot, who sacrificed himself for the team. That gorgeous sequence at the end of the film with the beautiful score, and then he comes back as a little sapling. There's that end credit scene where you see him dancing in the little pot and kind of teasing Drax a little bit. So now when we come back in the film this time around, there's been this really interesting role reversal with Rocket and Groot, because, you know, Groot used to be Rocket's muscle, and now Rocket's really the one who's got to be his caretaker. And it's kind of funny thinking of Rocket as a caretaker, because he's not the most warm and fuzzy guy, despite the fact that he is actually a raccoon. So, hello.
Hey, what's up, team?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
It's great to see you. So you are kind of like all that and a bag of chips.
Oh.
Literally.
Well, yes. Hey, how you doing? That's awesome. There's a cop over there taking a picture.
I love that. I was saying my Lyft driver today was excited when he heard I was coming
really?
here.
I love that your Lyft driver was excited.
I know.
love Lyft.
Everyone is. So you're kind of everywhere these days. How surreal is it to be like on bags of chips and all kinds of things like that?
That's pretty cool. You know, it's something that you know, as a young person coming to Hollywood, you dream about the possibility of being on a bag of Doritos one day, and then it happens. And so it's pretty neat. It's surreal. I don't know how to put it into words just yet, but trying to enjoy it, taking the moment. And there's a ton of people here. Mostly, I'm just really excited for them to see the movie. We worked really hard on it, and it was a lot of fun to make, and it's really fun to watch. So
yeah, I can definitely concur with that. One of the things I love, you've got this great T-shirt that you wear in the movie.
I do. That's right. Yeah. I've got an excellent shirt that I wear. Great wardrobe, and my shirt has a logo on it, which is essentially a label from candy, from some intergalactic candy company. So he's wearing it the way someone might ironically wear a Reese's Pieces shirt or a Skittles shirt, but it's a type of space candy. So
Exactly.
Go get yourself that shirt. It's a pretty cool shirt. It's its own language. The language in which it's written is like some made up space language.
Do you have a what's my snack for it?
I haven't had a what's my snack for that yet, but I'm working on it.
All right. We look forward to seeing that. Thank you so much for talking to the fans.
Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Great to
Enjoy
see
the
you.
movie.
All right. Thank you, Chris Pratt.
See you.
See ya. All right, you guys, that is Peter Quill. Now we knew why people were screaming so loudly. Next up, composer Michael Giacchino. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's great to see you here.
It's great to be here, always. I mean, I didn't do this. I'm just scoring Spider-Man today, actually.
Okay, wait, did you hear the phrase that came out of his mouth? I am just scoring Spider-Man.
Yes, I was working on it all week, and actually today was our last day this week. So we were doing that all day, and now I'm here, and I get to watch this. It's so nice not to have to work tonight. I can actually just watch and have fun.
I think that's fantastic. Now, when you talk about scoring Spider-Man, can you tell us a little bit about some of the influences you're bringing in this time around?
Well, you know what? I always loved Spider-Man, and I love the fact that in this version, we have him as a high school kid. And I love the fact that I can hopefully build an idea and a theme and music that can start out as a young feeling theme that can grow into something much bigger and stronger. I mean, that's what's been really fun about this. And Tom Holland, come on, I mean,
oh my gosh.
How great when I saw Captain America Civil War, and I saw that, it was like an 8-minute scene with him, and I was like, I want to do Spider-Man. I want to do Spider-Man. Who's doing Spider-Man? I want to do it.
So wait, so when you sit there and go, I want to do Spider-Man, what do you do? Like, how do you get that job? Especially for aspiring composers out there who may look at you and go, I want his job.
Well, I know the people at Marvel. I did Doctor Strange, so I have a good relationship with them. So I just emailed Kevin and was like, can I please do Spider-Man? So
the rule is ask nicely.
Yes, ask nicely and just be a nice person.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming to talk to the Marvel fans. Good luck with the scoring.
Hello.
We can't wait to see it this July.
All right, thanks a lot. Take care.
You're welcome. So right behind me, I believe we have Elizabeth Debicki, who is new to the Guardians of the Galaxy. As we were mentioning, Elizabeth, come on over. Hi, I'm Tamara, and we are talking live to the Marvel fans, so you're right there.
Hi, guys.
So as we were saying, she plays Aisha, the High Priestess of the Sovereign. So for people who may not be familiar with her, give us a little bit of an overview.
Well, the Sovereign consists of sort of genetically modified. They're genetically modified to be perfect incarnations, and so Aisha is the High Priestess and rules over them, and she's a pretty extreme character. She doesn't have a huge amount of humor to her. But I loved how sort of exacting she was. She's quite merciless. I like that about her.
Yeah, she's very intense. Give the fans a little bit of a behind-the-scenes idea of what it was like to sort of shoot in that lair, in that throne, with that amazing dress.
The dress is incredible. I've never seen anything like it. I've certainly never worn anything like it. It takes a lot of manpower, woman power to move it. It's sort of me shuffling around, you know.
Is it heavy?
It's very heavy, yeah. It's very heavy, and the corset is quite extreme. But it's that kind of thing as an actor when you really feel like the character once you have the costume on. And for me, you know, I had all these sort of feelings and ideas, and then as soon as I put that dress on, I really understood who she was. But it's funny, in the lair, you know, in the throne, I never really get to see that.
Right.
And so the first time I saw it was watching the film.
Well, take a look.
That was my first day, you know.
Well, take a look at the end of the carpet, because there is a throne down there.
Is my throne there?
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming to talk with us and talk to the fans. Congratulations.
Pleasure.
Lovely to talk with you.
Nice to talk to you.
You too. All right, that was Elizabeth Debicki. She plays Aisha, the High Priestess of the Sovereign. Coming up next, we have more talent from the film. We have more people. A little guy I like to call the Hoff. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about David Hasselhoff here on our red carpet for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hello, darling.
Hi.
Oh, my God. Hey.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, here, I'll move back. So there we go. Thank you. It is so nice to see you here tonight.
Great to be here.
What are you allowed to tell us? That we're talking live to the Marvel fans.
I'm allowed to say that James Gunn, when he was 8 years old, watched a show called Knight Rider.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that show, he kind of wooed me to singing the main title song, which I've already cut, and it's really fun. And he wrote that. And I got to know him and his parents, and the whole Marvel gang, and what I'm allowed to tell you is it's been a great experience. I mean, a really great experience. The film is so good. I mean, it's so good, and it's so much fun, and it's so positive, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like what the world needs right now is this film, you know? And James Gunn is just, he's a lovely guy. He's a lot of fun.
Well, you are a lovely guy. You're also a kick-ass driver from Knight Rider, and Chris Pratt, of course, has to do a lot of flying. Did you have any advice for how to, like, really, you know, get in there?
When I met Chris Pratt on the set, I was actually in Atlanta, and he jumped in my motorhome, and I had a T-shirt on that said, "Don't Hasselhoff," and he said, "I want that shirt!" So I gave him the shirt, and he wore it everywhere, and it was such a nice experience, and you know, it's really unusual, and and I can't tell you much about my association with the movie, but check it out. You're gonna like it, I hope.
You will. All right, we're gonna let you get inside.
All right.
Thank you so much for talking
Thank
to the
you so
Marvel
much.
fans. You're welcome. Have a great night. All right, Lorraine, how are things going down there on your end of the carpet? There's so much amazing talent here.
Oh, I know. Judy Greer just walked by, who you guys might remember from Marvel's Ant-Man, who played Maggie Lang, the ex-wife of Scott Lang. Joss Whedon is here on the carpet, the writer-director of Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron. We have a buildup of Ravagers. There's so many Ravagers, and a ton of them are here. Jimmy Urine, who plays Half Nut, Evan Jones, who plays Wretch. They're all here, and they're just hanging out. I think they're just getting caught up, you know, after being off of set for a while.
Well, it's great to see this overhead shot of the carpet to give the fans a real true idea of how massive this thing is. I mean, look at that sidewalk filled with people. Of course, some of the shouts that you heard were probably for Zoe Saldana, who is making her way down. Yeah, and hello, Sylvester Stallone!
Yeah!
This film is massive.
It is. You know, it's so amazing, too. There are so many people here. A bunch of the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have arrived. Actually, our Melinda May, played by Ming-Na Wen, is here. And as you know, if you saw last night's episode, maybe some of the coolest stunts I've ever seen on television.
Oh my God, her fight last night with Mace was epic. We had Yo-Yo here before, who we talked to for a little bit about her thoughts about the framework and her relationship with Mac. And, you know, she dropped a little bit of a hint of where things might be going, just the fact that it's going to get a little bit more complicated. We talked with Chris Sullivan earlier, who plays Taserface. We talked a little bit about, you know, how he kind of goes back and forth between some of the nicer characters he plays, like Toby on This Is Us, and Taserface, who is kind of the opposite of nice.
Yeah, and you know, over here at the front of the carpet, I got to see David Hasselhoff walk by, which was very exciting for me. I've never gotten to see him in person, as well as Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn walking down the carpet. It was truly, I think, you know, you forget sometimes when you're in this business what it is to be a fangirl, but boy, I felt like a fangirl. And the hair is still
perfect.
The best. Yeah, it's always the best.
I'm not gonna lie, he snuck up behind me here a little bit and came over, and now we have Zoe Saldana. Oh my, you are just...
Disco ball has arrived.
Get the party started.
I know, I'm trying. It's my stylist. She thought that this would be amazing. I asked her, I'm like, you don't think it would be too loud, just like a bit? And she's like, it's amazing. It's Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, this is like the group of misfits that made an impact out of just being idiots.
So I have a question for you. So you are kind of, I mean, Gamora is sort of surrounded by this group of idiots at this point.
In a way, yeah, but idiots with big hearts, the best of intentions, I swear. Yeah, Gamora is like the mama. She has to keep them focused and always remind them that everything that we do is not for money, it's for a good cause. And they always look at Gamora like, yeah, right, you know, and it's super hilarious. And in this movie, we wanted to give audiences more of everything. So there's more laughs, there's more jokes, there's more action, there's more drama. So please take some tissue when you go and see the movie, because you're gonna cry.
So I have a question for you, too. One of the things we get more of, which I love, is more of Gamora and Nebula's backstory.
Yeah.
You're very close with your sisters. You guys make things together. You have a company together. What advice would your sisters give to Nebula and Gamora about how to get along?
To chill out, to respect each other, to talk it out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that Nebula and Gamora talk about things, you know? They don't exchange makeup tips. They don't offer a lot of things when a girl needs it, and they're certainly going to hold on to grudges, and I think more Nebula than Gamora. Gamora feels to me on a path of being quite resolved with a lot of things, and I think that she would like to make amends with Nebula, and Nebula is so angry. It's like, ugh.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to fans. You are stunning in this movie. I love watching you kick ass. You're so athletic and a great role model for all the girls out there.
Ciao, everybody. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. Bye. She's amazing. That dress is incredible, and her performance is even more so. I mean, you saw in the trailer that we showed before, that leap that she does. She does some incredible fighting, but even more, there's just this really beautiful story, an intense story between her and Nebula, and that is one of my favorite things about what's going on. Good. We're streaming live to the Marvel fans. Hey everyone, I'm here with Kurt Russell.
Hey.
So, this was kind of a first for you, making this type of movie. And so what was it like doing all the CGI and working on this kind of set?
Well, I've done a lot of CGI before, and I knew what that was. But we had some special things to do. You know, being Marvel Disney, you know that all that stuff's going to be done very well. What we concentrate on is making the characters work, making the story work. Making sure that what James Gunn wants to get across, he does. And look, the first one was great. So there's always, you feel like when you're coming into something that was already really good, there's pressure on you to make it be as good as that one or better. And so far it seems like everybody feels like they have. So I'm glad to be a part of that.
One thing I love about your work is you've done things that straddle genres. You know, this is a comic space opera. You've done big, whoa!
Hey, dude,
just a minute, we'll be back.
I didn't, you grew so tall. My God. All that clean living in Aspen, look at him.
Come on up. We got to get both of you in here for a second.
No,
Yeah.
my favorite man, seriously.
What was it like for you guys to both find out when you were in this, that you were going to be in this movie together? Or, well, yeah.
We saw each other at a party, and we got a chance to talk about it. Because we didn't get a chance to see each other on the set, so.
No, because, you know, he gets the big money, and I was like supporting him, and I was basically cleaning out his motorhome. He's great. It's not a bad job, seriously. He's very, very tidy. Very tight.
He's the best.
I love seeing you guys together.
Yeah, we had a good time. It was nice to. It was just nice to be in something again together, and we did get to talk about this a lot. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to do that sometime in the future.
I hope so too. I had another question for you because you're a licensed pilot.
Yep.
So, did you have who do you think is the better pilot, Star-Lord or Rocket? Because they spend a lot of time trash talking.
I think that's my money's on Star-Lord, but he's got a tougher road to hoe because he's not genetically altered. So.
That's true. He's just going with natural abilities.
Yeah, I mean, I love all the characters in this movie. I think Groot's fantastic, and I love the relationships between the people. And it's what makes the movie have so much emotion, and that's what gets you. That's what gets you at the end. It is really emotional.
It's really emotional, and you're a big part of that. Thank you so much for talking to the Marvel fans. Congrats. Have an awesome time today.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care. Oh man, legends here on the carpet. And of course, one of the legendary characters we have in Guardians of the Galaxy, who's coming back for more in Volume 2, is Michael Rooker, who plays Yondu. He is the Ravager that we get to see. James, Michael, come here.
Hi.
Hi, but the person who gave us Yondu is, of course, James Gunn.
Hi, how are you?
I am great.
Let's bring Rooker up. Rooker, come up with me. Can we do it together? Let's do it together.
Let's do it.
Is this for Marvel.com?
Hell yeah.
Is this going out now?
It is live. You guys are live.
Gosh. This is, I take it back. I don't want to do it with Michael Rooker anymore. He's going to say something stupid. He's going to embarrass me like he's been embarrassing. You know, one of the great things about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is it's a gift for people all over the world, but I also consider it a charity for Michael Rooker because otherwise, how is he going to ever make a dime if he doesn't have my movies to act in? That's how he makes his living. So
true, so true. And whenever I talk to people and I tell them they're going to have great fun watching this movie, I change great to gun. They're going to have gun fun.
Gun fun.
Well, there is a lot of gun fun on this movie, especially with the Ravagers. What was it like for both of you expanding this Ravager world? I love that we see so much more of it.
Well, I think that, from a very early time, we had an idea of what the culture of the Ravagers was. That it's a very big universe with Sylvester Stallone in it, and Michael Rooker, and all these different characters. And so I think that it was just a blast to create that.
Oh, yeah. And I enjoyed all the different faces, all the different beings from different
human faces.
And human faces.
He enjoyed the human faces. Eating the human faces, which
yeah.
Rooker does.
Devouring the humans. I mean,
this
it's
is
great.
Getting way
Taran is actually quite delicious.
Really unpleasant. Really an unpleasant conversation.
I do have a question too, speaking of, so the Elektra set, huge, massive, practical set.
The Elektra set, which is the Ravager's spaceship, if you remember, we built it on a convention center because a regular studio wasn't big enough for it. You could walk from one end to the other and you could travel through like 18 rooms and it would take you about 10 minutes to walk through the whole thing. It was incredible, and definitely, I mean, on the first movie we had the kiln, the space prison, which was, over 100,000 pounds of steel, but I think the Elektra set was even bigger than that.
Oh, that was way bigger than that. I think it was way bigger, and it was higher too. It was massive ceilings too.
Yes, massive ceilings.
No, it was awesome.
Yeah.
And for you, when you're working on a practical set like that, how does that change it? How does that help ground your performance?
Oh, well, it gives you more freedom.
Yeah.
So, well, actually, we had freedom working on the sets with a lot of CGI, a lot of green screen stuff too. That gives you the freedom too. Especially he's hollering in the background, Rooker, don't smile.
Rooker, don't screw it up!
Yeah!
Rooker, everything in the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise depends on you. Everyone else is such a good actor. There's only one person that's going to screw it up, and it's you. Please don't do that.
Yes! Rooker,
please have respect.
Act harder.
Act harder. I do say that. He's acting. There's a really dramatic scene between him and Rocket in the movie, and he's like going at it. And I'm like, act harder, Rooker, act harder. And he did. He did great.
We did okay.
So maybe I'll let him come back. I could talk to you guys forever, but I know there's a long carpet. Thank you so much for talking to the Marvel fans.
Thank you. You're always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye. So that just gives you an idea of some of the chemistry that happened on this set. It's no wonder that it's so much fun to watch, because these guys are really having a great time. They're all hanging out behind me. Sylvester Stallone, Kurt Russell, really, what else can we say? So, like we said, the Ravager universe is expanded. We see the Elektra ship, which is huge. We also get to see another planet that they hang out at called Contraxia, and it is sort of a pleasure planet for the Ravagers. There's a bar there called the Iron Lotus, lots of neon, which is similar to the way this carpet works. So, Lorraine, tell us a little more about what you're seeing on the carpet right now.
Well, if you can't tell, it's packed. It's crazy. People are bumping into me. I mean, the carpet is full of people just trying to get down the press line at this point. The Bachelor is here. John Boyd is here. You never know who's going to show up for a purple carpet as big as this. Right now, we have one of our EPs. John Schwartz is here. It's a party. I mean, if you can't tell, it's a party. Look at it.
It actually looks like a party. I mean, when we just saw that wide shot of the whole carpet, they've got these sort of disco balls that look, well, they're planets, I guess, that are hanging, but they look like disco balls. You've got the neon happening. So it really looks like if they just started pumping the music, people would start dancing right now, right here.
And it is the coolest party. I just saw Sylvester Stallone walk down this carpet. Tom is here, who plays Mantis. And also, it's really fun, actually, to get to be here on the carpet, because I just took a selfie with Elizabeth Henstridge from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., because she's a pal and she's the best. So you never know what's going to happen over here at Arrival.
That is true. You never know. And hopefully more people will come by to talk to us. You know, as you guys can see, this is tented, so they were able to come up with this great design for the carpet, and it is packed.
And right now, showing up on the red carpet is Nathan Fillion is here, as well as Luis D'Esposito, who is one of the EPs on the film, and one of the big head honchos behind all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that's the other thing that is so exciting about this isn't always just the stars, it's also a lot of the people that make these films happen. You have people that are lawyers or who edit the film or work on the special effects or the practical effects or the makeup, and they're all here hobnobbing together.
All right, well, I'm here with some of our extended ABC family. I'm here with Miles Brown from Blackish. How is it being here on the carpet tonight?
I'm super excited. I'm a huge Marvel fan. You guys probably already know that. But I'm really excited to be here. I can't wait for this movie to see.
Yeah, do you have a favorite Guardian?
Probably Rocket. Rocket is probably my favorite. I think he's the funniest character. He's just, when we're both short, so we have some similarities. But I think he's one of my personal favorites, yeah.
You know, I'm short too. You can come stand up here in my box with me. I actually have a box. See, there we go.
There we go.
We got the framing right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
that's better.
Yeah, you know, they actually had a special camera set up because Baby Groot is, 10 inches, and they had to do shots with Baby Groot and Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista, who are 6'3", so.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I mean, they probably have to do that with me too, so. I don't know, but that's just crazy.
Well, have a crazy time tonight. Thank you so much for coming to talk to the Marvel fans.
Thank you, cool.
All right, we'll see you next time. Bye. All right, next up, we have Michael Rosenbaum, who's coming down the carpet. He's right behind us. I think maybe, I don't know, there are so many people here, which is so wonderful. Pom Klementieff is here. Of course, she plays Mantis. She is a new character. Mantis, for those of you who don't know, is an empath. So that means that she is able to, through the sense of touch, see what people are feeling.
Okay, I gotta go.
Hi, how are you? Good, and you?
We're talking live to the Marvel fans.
Oh, great, hi.
Yeah. Oh, wait, not yet.
Hey,
I'm here with Pom.
Yeah, chill, okay.
I know, anything can happen when you're live. You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you so much.
So give us like the newcomer view to what this whole experience is like. How is it showing up here, all of these fans?
It's crazy. I'm really happy to be here, but it's a lot.
And you had said that one of your dreams was always to play an alien. So when you got cast, what was your reaction?
I mean, I just jumped. I just I was really excited. I mean, it was my dream to work with James Gunn too. I saw the first movie and I loved it so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, and stepping into this family, not just the Guardians family, but sort of this family of filmmakers that the cast and crew has become, how would you describe everyone's role? Like, who's the mom of the set? Who's the dad of the set? Who's like the big brother who kind of jokes around?
I don't think there is like a mom or dad, but we're all siblings, We're like a big family. And for sure, Chris is an amazing leading man,
Yeah.
He's so nice and down to earth and talented. He just sets the right example to everyone else. And I love Zoe, of course. She's amazing. She's like our big sister. I mean, because she was there before, And Dave, he's amazing. He's a gentleman. And I love Karen so much. Now she's one of my, really good friends.
Yeah. Well, I love that there are so many strong women in this film working together.
And strong and also different, because I'm a little bit weird in the movie, which is cool.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to the fans. I can't wait for them to see this movie. Thank you, Pom. Have a great time tonight.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So like we were saying, she has a really unique role. Hey there.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's your name?
My name's Tamara. This is Michael Rosenbaum.
Tamara?
Tamara.
Tamara and Tamara and Tomorrow?
Creeps in this petty pace from day to day.
You know your Shakespeare.
I do.
Or is it Christopher Marlowe?
No, that one's Shakespeare, supposedly.
I know.
They're still debating the opposite.
Hey, look, I'm on the big screen up there. Alex, take a picture of me on the big screen.
So what brings you to our carpet tonight?
Well, I'm in the movie.
Yes.
And I can't really say the role I'm playing because James swore me to secrecy.
I know.
But it's with Stallone. And it's an important role.
All right, then.
I'm not allowed to say anything other than that.
I know. Marvel Marvel.
I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it, but you know, I've been waiting a year to be able to say something. So it's really exciting. I'm really excited to be here. The fans are awesome. They're all around. Yeah, this is incredible.
Well,
so
I can't wait for you to see it.
I'll see it for the first time too. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna tell you what I look like either.
I know.
You're just gonna have to see the movie.
He's being very mysterious.
I don't have to shave my head again, so that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Tomorrow.
Thank you for talking to us.
Hey, thanks.
Nice to meet you. All right, Karen Gillan, come on over here. Hello.
Redheads meet again.
Exactly. So Palm was just telling me, this is Karen Gillan, otherwise known as Nebula. She was just telling me what an amazing time she had working with you. What was it like working with so many kick-ass and different women on this film?
I just love the selection of women that we have in this movie because, you know, we were in danger of becoming a bit of a, you know, like we sort of have come to expect a strong, badass, violent woman in sci-fi movies. And in this movie, we have a whole selection. I mean, Palm's character, for instance, she's weird and peculiar and socially awkward, and then Nebula is strong, but she's also very flawed and complicated and deals with abuse, and the same with Gamora. So I just feel so grateful that James Gunn writes such layered characters.
So speaking of that, you know, he described you in an interview, described Nebula in an interview as like kind of like a 13-year-old goth girl. But I think there's a lot more to her than that. How would you defend her? You know, she's coming from a pretty crazy place.
Well, I would just like to say that she's been through some really hard times. So yeah, she is a little emo, but you know, when your father is Thanos, what do you expect?
Exactly. Exactly. There's a lot of room there for understanding.
Yes.
I know that you're a Kubrick fan.
Yes.
What do you think Hal would think of the Guardians, and had they been on the ship, what do you think would have happened?
I feel like the Guardians would have a good relationship with Hal. Like, they wouldn't shut him down.
No, right?
No way. No, he'd probably plot with them, and if he tried to turn against them, like, Nebula would just take Hal out, probably.
Exactly. We've seen you in some clips from the movie where you're doing this amazing flying of a ship. Can you just give the fans kind of a behind the scenes of what it actually feels like to shoot that? Like, what's actually going on around you?
I mean, genuinely, it feels like a ride at Disneyland. I mean, because you're literally on this thing called a gimbal, and it moves around like a simulator, and you feel like you're actually flying a spaceship. I mean, it's amazing. It gets quite, sort of, the gradient is quite extreme.
Do they show you what you're doing, or?
No, they pretty much strap you in, and then you figure it out.
Well, you figured it out in an amazing way. It's so much fun to watch you in this movie. Have a great time tonight.
Thank you so much. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, too. That was Karen Gillan, Nebula, giving us the inside story on what it's like to film some of those amazing action scenes. Someone else who knows a little bit about action, Taika Waititi, the director of Marvel Studios' Thor Ragnarok. Taika's going to be coming over in just a moment to talk to us. Hopefully some of you, hopefully all of you, have caught the trailer. Taika Waititi.
Hi.
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 It is so lovely to see you here. The trailer for Thor Ragnarok just dropped. How is it to finally get a piece of that out into the universe?
It was a relief, but also quite stressful because the trailer's really good, and you know, it's like you're promising people something, and so now we've got to deliver on that. You know, it might have been more intelligent to make a really terrible trailer and to lower everyone's expectations.
Right, set those low expectations. I mean, it's interesting too because you guys filmed in Australia, so you were sort of away, and now you know you're back here. You're working in post, right?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, we're in post for another 5 or 6 months. And this is actually like where the hard work really begins. You know, it's a lot of fun being on set and shooting and joking around with the actors and with everyone. Oh no! I was just saying, one of the best
How handsome is he?
I ever had was meeting this guy. Hey,
hello, buddy.
We're here with Louis D'Esposito.
I want you guys to.
How great was that trailer?
So good. We were just talking about it.
We broke the internet that day.
I know. Taika was just saying maybe you guys should have made a less good trailer because now he's got to meet expectations.
Yeah, the bar is set very, very high.
Yeah.
But I'll leave you alone. Continue, then I'll come.
Okay.
Come back. Can we talk about Cate Blanchett for a second?
Oh, we can always talk about Cate Blanchett. Yeah.
What should we know about, what surprised you the most about working with her? Because obviously she's an amazing actress.
Terrible personal hygiene. No, she's, I mean, I don't know, I can't really, I don't want to talk to this. I fell in love. I think I fell in love. I like to think she kind of fell in love with me a little bit too. You know, I think that I kind of felt like there was a sort of connection. But,
all right, we're just going to let him fangirl her.
Yeah, we might have to leave it there. but she's incredible, and I've always been a huge fan of all of her work, and with most of the actors as well, and Chris and everyone else in the film. I've admired them from afar, and to get to work with them, in this capacity is.
Well, we cannot wait to see this film. My Lyft driver tonight said Thor is his favorite character.
Oh, great.
He's waiting for your movie, and we're going to send you on inside because there's other people who want to talk to you. Thank you for talking to the Marvel fans. All right, next up we have Sean Gunn, otherwise known as Kraglin, and doing all the on-set work for Rocket. Come here, come here, come here.
Hello.
Oh my God, I love this.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I try to look nice for you guys. I try to clean up a little bit.
Well, the Marvel fans appreciate that. We're talking to them live.
Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. It's nice to be here.
Well, you have a dual role in this film. We get to see more of Kraglin, and you're also doing all the body work on set for Rocket.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I worked a lot of days on set on this movie. My on-screen role of Kraglin is a little bigger than it was in the first movie, and Rocket is also a bigger role than it was in the first movie. And yeah, so I did all the motion reference work on set for Rocket, so it was, it was a lot of days. It's been a long journey with this movie.
Of course, there's sibling rivalry is kind of a big theme in this movie. Did you ever feel like James was kind of pulling from your life, and you're like, dude, that's like private family stuff. Don't put that in this movie.
Oh. No, I don't think so. I think my brother James pulls from his life as much as he needs to. It's part of the storytelling process. I never get too upset about that stuff.
Well, I am so glad we get to see more of Kraglin's story this time around.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There's a lot of people who want to talk to you, so I have to let you go. But thank you so much for coming and talking to the Marvel fans.
Thanks, everybody. I hope you love the movie. We sure love making it, so.
It looks like it.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
All right, next up we have Louis D'Esposito from Marvel Studios. Louis, come back and talk to us.
Hello, how are you?
It's great to see you.
Nice to see you.
So, we're talking live to the Marvel fans.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Hi, Marvel fans.
So, for you, what were you most looking forward to for this movie?
Well, I've seen the film many, many times. And we recently watched it to do a final check and sign off on it.
Yeah.
And this had to be my 50th time watching it. And I still got tears in my eyes at the end. This film is so much fun, so many laughs, and yet so emotional. James Gunn did a phenomenal job. The cast was brilliant. And like the first film, it's about family. Yeah. This disparate group comes together and really form a family. And I have a little baby, too, Baby Groot, which is fantastic.
I know. Quick question, too. So speaking of that, James Gunn said one of the reasons he wants to come back is because of working with the Marvel family and the Marvel execs. And he kind of compared you guys to the Guardians, this disparate group who comes together for a higher purpose.
And who am I in the Guardians?
I was going to ask you that.
I'm Groot.
We're all Groot.
I am Groot.
Have a great time tonight.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks for talking to the
all
fans.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Great to see you. We have Drax coming down the carpet, who made me laugh in this movie so much. He also has an incredible laugh, so we're going to be chatting with him in just a moment. Dave Bautista, one of the things that's really lovely to watch in this movie is Drax and Mantis's relationship. They're both kind of oddballs. They don't quite understand, I would say, human interaction, but there's a lot more than humans. So we will just see what happens when they kind of have their own social interaction, and he kind of tries to help her figure out what's going on. Lorraine, speaking of what's going on, what's happening down on your end of the carpet? There are so many people here.
Well, I'm down here at the end of the carpet. I'm right in front of the entrance to the Dolby Theater, which you guys might know from the Academy Awards. It's a very small little awards show. You guys might also know it as the Oscars, but behind me is Aisha's throne from the Sovereign Planet. You guys might realize or see here, it's very, very gold, as is Aisha. And my favorite thing is she actually first appeared in comics in Incredible Hulk Annual #6 in a story called Beware the Beehive. And as you can see, she's stuck with the honey gold of the Enclave and the Sovereign here. And of course, we have our amazing Guardian-style tubing here. You can really get like the good neon feels over here.
I don't know if you saw Zoe's dress before. She was in like full-on orange disco.
You know, they say in the film, Gamora's not a dancer, but boy, that girl looked like she could shimmy in that orange dress, right?
Yes, but I am now here with Dave Bautista. Drax.
Hello.
Hey, we're talking live to the.
I can see myself. I wasn't expecting that.
I know, right? Well, we're live, so
Okay.
that way I can
We're
talk.
on live. Cool.
Yeah, we're
All right,
talking
I won't
Marvel
say
fans.
anything stupid.
So you come back. How did the writing change this time around? James Gunn talked about the fact that now that he knew your voice better, he was able to write a little differently for you.
I think not only he knew my voice, but he knew me as a person, as a performer. When I stepped in the first Guardians, the role wasn't written specifically for me. The script had already been written, and James tweaked it a little bit, but it wasn't written for me. He got to know me as a performer and the character as well, and so he wrote this role specifically for me, and he tailored it just to meet my strengths.
Well, your strengths are on full display. And speaking of strength, you also do some incredible action scenes. We've seen a little bit in the trailer of the beast that you guys fight at the beginning.
Right.
Can you give the fans kind of a behind-the-scenes sense of, like, what does it feel like when you're actually shooting that? What's happening on set?
It feels, well, first of all, I'm in this very uncomfortable harness.
Yeah.
We use, a lot of wires, and I don't have the luxury of, I never wear shirts, so the harness is from the waist down, so it's a little uncomfortable. But it basically, you start to run, and then the wires do their work, and you kind of put yourself in these really awkward, uncomfortable positions, and you just scream with your heads out and just hope that you don't fall and crash. But yeah, that's what we did over and over and over, about 100 times until James was happy, and now it was made for a beautiful shot.
Well, there's definitely no crashing and burning in this film. You're fantastic. I laughed so hard, and you gave me all the feels. So have a wonderful time tonight.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for talking to the Marvel fans. Bye. Like we said, the Ravagers are a big part of this film, and James cast a whole bunch of his friends as Ravagers. So we've got Jimmy, you're incoming. Hello.
Hi.
Oh my God, you have a mic too.
I do. I just found it on the ground.
Okay. I'm not sure if that mic is working.
It's not?
So put it down.
Oh.
So let's
I
use
wanted my own mic.
So tell me a little bit about what it was like to join this crazy Ravager world.
It was amazing. It's super amazing. Like I even cut my hair. I shaved the line through my hair for the movie, and I knew that's what you're supposed to do. So Karen did it last time, shaved her whole head. So, and it was so great because everybody's such a misfit and all the Ravagers.
So basically what you're telling me is you're only half as dedicated as Karen because he only shaved half his head.
Only half, yeah.
I still loved him with it. It was all right.
I had to keep it for 9 months. I had that haircut, which was really fun when I answered the door for, FedEx and stuff like that.
Yes. Wait, no, seriously, so 9 months, that's how long you were on the shoot?
Oh, yeah. 9 months. Well, 9 months. I went and did Comic-Con as well. We did a Comic-Con last time. The Ravagers invaded Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So right at the wrap of my shoot on Guardians, they were like, do you want to do Comic-Con? And I was like, yes, that means I have to have this stupid haircut for another 3 months.
But honestly, wasn't it worth it? Because
totally
that
worth it.
scene in Hall H.
If I could have worn my Ravager jacket, I would have totally worn my whole Ravager outfit today.
I think that needs to happen in the future.
Love it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to the Marvel fans. We really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. Bye. Have a wonderful time tonight.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, next up, we have making her way down the carpet, Elodie Yung from Daredevil. No, sorry, yes, Elodie Yung from Daredevil. Just making sure they're telling me who's coming. Elodie, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Come on a little bit closer. This is a gorgeous dress. We're talking live to the Marvel fans.
Hi, everyone.
So, remind fans where things ended for Elodie at the end. For Elektra.
I'm Elektra. Iris is Elektra. It's the
See,
same.
you're so convincing that you're just one and the same. But where are things ending for her at Daredevil, and what's happening next?
Yes, it's at the end, she ends. It's the end. She dies, sadly, and but the good news is that Elektra is in the Defenders. So I can't say much more than that, but yeah, this is exciting, very exciting.
Well, we're excited to see you. August 18th is the Defenders premiere.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for coming out to support all of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Big family. My pleasure.
Excellent. All right, have a wonderful time tonight. Bye-bye. All right, next up we have Kevin Feige, the master of all, Marvel Studios, he just makes everything happen here. Kevin!
Hello.
Hi there.
How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm great.
This is
very excited.
This is very different than the Guardians premiere the first time around.
It is. Well, I think we were. I'm equally nervous because we're always nervous when we unleash a new film on the world, but we know that the audience loves these characters.
I read
this cast.
I read in an interview that you get nauseous every time you have that first test screening. Is that true? Does that still happen?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
It definitely. and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You want the people that make these movies to be nervous and to care and to not just let them go on autopilot.
Yeah.
And we've never done that, and we'll never do that.
And something, when we talk about, especially the sequels, we always talk about making them more emotional, more effects, more characters. But it's not like when you make them the first time, you're trying to make less.
Right.
So how do you go about deepening that experience?
I don't know that we ever actually consciously think of, we have to do something bigger or do something more. But once the world tells us they are on board for the story, they're on board for the tone, and they're on board for the characters, it gives us an opportunity to tell a deeper story and maybe to go a little bit further, and that's definitely what James Gunn has done with this film. And certainly the music's there, the laughs are there, but I don't think people are quite ready for the emotional punch that the movie holds.
I know. Well, the first movie one of the things people were surprised at was how dramatic it was.
Yeah.
The emotional level is really incredible. You also said in an interview that for this, the movie is the tone. But that's such a nebulous thing. So as an executive, as a creative person, how do you communicate that with your filmmakers and with cast and crew? What tools do you use?
Well, on a sequel, it's easier because people know and they've seen the first movie that at the very least is a starting point. And then how do you go from there in surprising ways? It was important for James Gunn on this film to surprise the audience in the same way they did the first time. Not as easy on a second film where they know the characters, they know that tone. But I think you'll see things with some of the characters that had smaller parts in the first movie really blossom in this one in much bigger ways.
Absolutely. I love your Baby Groot hat.
Thank you. Yes.
I got to send you on your way because you got to get inside.
Thanks so much. Good seeing you as always.
Good
Thank
to see you too. All right, coming up next we have Tommy Flanagan, who plays one of our Ravagers. Like we said, the Ravagers are an expanded part of this universe, of this Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We get to see it. Hi, Tommy, how are you? Come on over here. So we are talking live to the Marvel fans. Right now, we're streaming live.
Okay, hello, Marvel fans. How are you?
So tell me a little bit about what it was like being part of this ragtag version of Ravagers.
Oh, it was just tons of fun. James Gunn asked me to come and play, and I had a great time playing Tilt, one of the crazy Ravagers.
Well, we don't want to give away too many of your secrets, but I'm glad they got to see your face since there's some incredible makeup and effects in this.
Yeah, there's a few secrets in there.
All right. Have a wonderful time tonight. Thank you for coming to say hello. All right, guys. We are continuing to meet our cast and crew as they come down. And like he said, there is a lot of makeup that happens. So you're going to have to really keep a keen eye out on the Ravagers to help match them to the people that we've seen today. Hi. Want to come on up?
Hi.
Hey there.
Hey, how are you?
Great. So, welcome to the carpet. Welcome to Guardians.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who do we have here with us today?
Oh, who are you?
I'm Vincent Leo Sinclair Diesel. I'm Samilche Sinclair Diesel.
And what do you guys think of Baby Groot?
I love Baby Groot. He's the best.
When you had to think about changing your voice a little bit for this.
Sure. Thank God I've done enough voices for the kids, and I've teased enough people in my life that I have a wide range of voices at my disposal.
And what's it like in that, we're talking live to the fans, what's it like in that VO booth when James is directing you?
Well, he creates a separate script for me that has everything that Groot would be saying if you understood what he was saying. So we just take that line and we try to morph it into 3 monosyllabic words. It's not hard, it's not difficult, it is a challenge, it is fun. I just enjoy it, I enjoy doing it. I'm really happy to be a part of the Guardians family, and wouldn't have it any other way, and I think he's the coolest character in the Marvel roster.
I kind of have to agree, and I've got to send you guys inside so you can start. Thank you so much for coming by to talk to the Marvel fans.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.
There you have it. I love that he's bringing his kids. One of the things that, really is wonderful about this film is it's something that families can watch together. But yet, there's still a lot going on. It's able to be understood on multiple levels. You've got Baby Groot, who yes, appeals to kids, but also has some really interesting things that appeal to adults. All right, now we're going to take a look. Lorraine, where are you right now on this carpet? What feature are you looking at?
Well, I am actually looking at Jimmy Kimmel Live, which is across the street from me, but right behind us is actually our display from Comic Cave Studios. And now you can see very large versions of those Cubits that we were talking about a little bit earlier. They're super adorable.
They're so
very
cute.
small. I know, aren't they so
Look
precious?
At that Drax.
And they are in these little stackable cubes that you can actually use for multi-purposes, or you can use them to collect and stack and kind of put them all together like their own little puzzle. Plus we have these huge versions. Don't try to order these huge versions. You're not going to get them.
No,
you're
those
going
are
to get
only
the
for
little
display.
ones. But what's so cool about Comic Cave actually, and the stuff I love that they do, is they do really highly sculpted work, and it's still really highly sculpted, but these are definitely like mini figures. They're micro figures. They're very small, but they still have this really cool, interesting style that's like very cute and fun, and I think really lends itself to a Baby Groot maybe.
I really like the Drax that I saw. I love the fact that they've actually got, you know, all of his tattoos kind of on there so well.
I know, it's so adorable. And I am also at the entrance of the Dolby Theater, where everyone is funneling in, where the film will eventually start. They'll announce the cast on stage, and the Dolby Theater is enormous inside. You may or may not be able to tell when we show the theater later, but it's actually about 113 feet across, about 60 feet deep, and it can seat about 3,332 people. That means that it is roughly 2 to 3 times the size of a normal Broadway stage. So if any of you guys are New Yorkers or you've ever seen a Broadway show, you will definitely be able to see how big this theater is. Tamara, what's going on over there?
What's going on is we are actually going to give you guys watching another look at a piece of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
The fate of the universe lies on your shoulders. Now, whatever you do, don't push this button. Because that will set off the bomb immediately, and we'll all be dead. Now, repeat back what I just said.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone. Try again.
I am Groot.
Mm-hmm.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I'm Groot.
No!
Showtime, a-holes!
Tape out there. I want to put some tape over the death button.
Nobody has any tape.
Not a single person has tape.
You have an atomic bomb in your bag. If anybody's gonna have tape, it's you.
I have to do everything.
You are wasting a lot of time.
That's a really bad sign.
If I touch someone, I can feel their feelings. You feel love.
Yeah, I guess, I feel a general unselfish love for just about everybody.
No, sexual love.
No, I don't.
For her.
No.
See, you just told everyone your deepest, darkest secret.
Dude, come on. I think you're overreacting a little bit.
You must be so embarrassed. Do me.
I love that scene with Mantis and Star-Lord and Drax and Gamora, where she's, just kind of exploiting his feelings a little bit. But it would not be a Marvel premiere if we didn't find out how the fans are feeling. So I believe Lorraine has gotten a chance to talk to some of them. Let's take a look.
I am here with the fans standing on historic Hollywood Boulevard. They're standing on the stars, waiting for the stars. How are you guys doing? These people seem like they're ready to see some celebrities. Who are you here to see today?
I'm here to see Zoe Saldana, because she is my favorite actress.
Are you excited to see what kind of fighting she does?
Yes, because I think she is an amazing woman and she kicks butt.
I hope you get your signature from her. And now, do you have a favorite song from the first Guardians of the Galaxy?
Of course, The Chain by Fleetwood Mac. I'm a #1 fan of Fleetwood Mac, so I'm excited to see that song in the movie.
Very cool. Now, where are you guys from?
Orange County. Orange County.
Orange County, you guys, thanks for coming out. Okay, who's been here for a long time? Okay. You've been here for 4 hours?
Drove for 4 hours.
4 hours, that's commitment. Where did you come from?
Fresno.
Fresno, welcome. I'm originally from Bakersfield, so we're basically neighbors.
Yes,
Now, who are you guys here to see? Who's your favorite Guardian?
Chris Pratt, Vin Diesel. I also want to see Sylvester Stallone. In this movie, Kurt Russell, yes.
All of the dreamboats.
Yes.
Okay, you're here for dreamboats. I get it. I know you're hooked on More Than a Feeling.
Yeah.
So we've gotten to talk to a bunch of the Ravagers tonight. More screams, more screams. Okay, we've gotten to talk to a bunch of the Ravagers tonight, and we talked about their expanded world a little bit. I think that one of the people who has probably the coolest job, or one of the coolest jobs on Guardians, is Russell Bobbitt, who is the prop master. He is responsible for taking all of these concepts for props on the show and making them into a reality. So like in the case of the Ravagers, they designed 4 different weapons, and he actually had to build 15 to 20 of them. And I love this, a lot of them were created using the help of a 3D printer. And just saying that out loud, I love that we're living in a time when it feels like we are actually living in a science fiction movie. The thing is though, even though these were new weapons, they needed to look and feel like the Ravagers had been in battle with them for a long, long time. So one of the things that they did was they decided to go all steampunk. And Bobbitt and his team found all these old electronics, old computers, radios, cell phones, smashed them, and they used all of the different components to create all of the different belts and holsters for these. So I'm just saying, the next time your cell phone breaks, you might want to hang on to that thing so you've got some supplies ready for your cosplay next time you go to a Comic-Con. Something else that he also had to create were some edible props, and again, the 3D printer came in handy. He had to create an edible bug, so they actually based the design on a stink bug, but then they printed it out in chocolate so that the actors would enjoy it. There's also some yarrow root that they had to create, and to do that, they blew a grain of pollen up about 2,000 times, added some extra details, and made it out of non-dairy white chocolate. Bobbitt, of course, was the first to take a bite, as he always does, because he wants the actors to know that it is safe and delicious to eat. We're now going to check out Lorraine, who is with the Al-Ali Holding Group, parent company of Comic Cave Studios, who of course is our sponsor here tonight.
Hey Marvelites, I'm here with Abdullah Mahmoud from Al-Ali Holding Group. What can you tell us about the partnership that Al-Ali Group has been doing with Marvel?
Al-Ali Holding Group and Marvel and Disney have been having this partnership for the last 3 years, and the partnership has grown over the 3 years. We started this partnership with the red carpet premiere event of Avengers Age of Ultron. We followed up last year with Captain America Civil War, and today here we're there at Guardians of Galaxy Volume 2 red carpet premiere event. We've got some exciting products that we're going to launch today.
Oh, I know. We have some behind us right now. And now you guys also have some cool stuff coming up, maybe with us?
Definitely. As you see this Guardians of Galaxy Volume 2 collectibles, the Qubit collectibles, these products that are going to be showcased here will also be showcased at our Pop Culture, Popcorn, Comic-Con events. We got our event coming up in Manila, which is happening in August 2017. And the event is called Asia Pop Comic Con. This will be followed by Dubai Popcorn event. So it's going to be lots of fun for the fanboys across the world.
That sounds super fun. I wish I could be there myself. Now, last year, or a few years ago, we asked who is your favorite Guardian. I think you said, who was it last time?
I thought it was Rocket because he had the wisecracks and he was witty and fun.
But now this time, new film, blank slate. Who's your favorite Guardian?
I think it's going to be Baby Groot. He's going to be lots of fun, and I'm sure he's going to be the small dynamite who's going to burn the screen.
Wonderful. Let's go check in with Tamara right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Something else that is coming up with Guardians of the Galaxy is the opening of the Guardians of the Galaxy ride at California Adventure near Disneyland. So this is going to open on Memorial Day weekend, and the whole idea with this was to not just kind of reenact a scene from the film, but to actually help expand the story world of Guardians of the Galaxy. So the story world that they are exploring revolves around the Collector. I'm not going to go into the details. Let's just say that it's maybe involves a little bit of a heist story, a prison break story. And what's very, very cool is that James Gunn actually shot the video segments for it. So it's definitely going to feel like a very authentic part of the Guardians world. Now we're going to head back to Lorraine, who's talking with another member of Comic Cave Studios family.
Hey Marvelites, Lorraine here with Darren Gunn from Comic Cave Studios. Welcome to the Guardians premiere.
Thank you.
There's a beautiful display behind us of qubits. Can you tell us a little bit about what they are?
So it's basically we've been, strategically aligned with Disney Marvel, particularly Marvel, and we've been doing the last 2-3 red carpets with them, and this is the third actually. So we're going to do the fourth and fifth as well. These are specifically designed, creatively engineered with Marvel for the red carpet. And we've tried to show like diversity from high-end collectibles all the way to like creative collectibles like this. And this is what we come up with, qubits.
Very cool. Now, in our previous red carpets, this is a purple carpet, of course, but in our previous red carpets, we've seen a lot of really detailed statues. You guys do some really like almost sort of photorealism in mini figure. What was the idea behind creating these qubits, which are very cute and collectible and stackable?
Like I said, we wanted to be more diverse. So on the first red carpet, we showed something really high-end. And then we kind of skewed towards something more affordable, and this is really for the mass market. So these are really stuff that we want to put everywhere for everyone to enjoy.
Wonderful. Well, I'm enjoying it, and you're about to enjoy the film. What Guardian are you most excited to see tonight?
I am always a Groot guy.
A Groot guy, more Baby Groot, you guys. Thank you so much for sponsoring the live stream today, and let's check in on the purple carpet just down the way.
Baby Groot. Everybody loves Baby Groot, and it's easy to understand why. You saw that cute little hat that Kevin Feige was wearing. So one of a little behind-the-scenes tidbits, when they were coming up with the character design for Baby Groot, they kind of had a challenge because on the first movie, he was a much older character. He had all this great bark that they could use to articulate the character and provide a lot of movement with the CGI. But when you're talking about Baby Groot, you're talking about a much smoother look for the bark, and they had to be really careful to just make sure he didn't look like a piece of rubber. So they eventually found the right texture to work to really make sure he came across as a full character with lots of different emotion and ability. The other thing about Groot that's so interesting, and we talked about this a little bit with Miles before, is you're dealing with a 10-inch tall character. And he's playing against actors who are, 6'3", like Chris Pratt and Dave Bautista. So they decided to get creative about things, used a couple of special camera rigs, and also decided to use those spatial relationships to their advantage to have some really cool scenes where you get to see things from Baby Groot's perspective. Now we're going to find out a little bit more about what the fans are thinking tonight. Lorraine?
Something that I love about the Guardians of the Galaxy is that it is a sort of all-ages film, and of course we have a young Peter Quill, and we have some young people here. How old is this young man, if he can come up close?
6 years old.
6 years old, and who are you here to see tonight? Who are you here to see?
Vin Diesel.
I am Groot. That is his only line. You know that, right?
Really?
Good. I'm glad. I can tell that you're a super fan. You excited for Baby Groot?
Yep.
Can you give me a Baby Groot dance? I'll do it with you.
Let's do it.
Okay. The whole family. Yeah, there it is. The biggest fan at Marvel Studios Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 is that kid right there. Let's see what else is happening on the purple carpet right now.
Lorraine, I won't let you down. I'll do a Baby Groot dance with you. There we go. All right. All right. So, like we were talking about, some of the behind-the-scenes stuff, we see a couple of new worlds. We see, as you saw in the trailer, we see the world of the Sovereign, which is that beautiful gold world. To create that world, to create Aisha's lair, which is her throne room, they were influenced by the 1930s Cleopatra movie, some pulp fiction from the 50s and 60s, not the later movie, but also they wanted to make sure that, it didn't look end up like a Las Vegas showroom. So they were very careful with the different tones of gold that they used. And of course, they have the Iron Lotus set, which is the bar the Ravagers go to. And that is on Contraxia, which is a place that the Ravagers go to hang out. And when they were putting the Iron Lotus together, they really wanted it to have a sense of, the Ravagers are like, hey, we have nowhere cool to hang out, so maybe we should build this thing ourselves. So they decided to make it look like it was constructed from old spaceships, just kind of taking apart those hulls and creating this really cool place where the Ravagers kind of let their hair down, or in the case of Yondu, let his fin down, and have a good time. The set took 5 months to build, so it is a massive place for them to go and play, and the cast loved hanging out on this thing. We're going to take another look at Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Oh, and we're going to also take a look now. I take it back, live stream, woohoo! We actually have a look back at our fashion and what was going on here on the carpet tonight. some seriously hot looks happening on this carpet tonight.
I know, everyone looked incredible.
And now we are finally going to go ahead inside the theater for the cast introduction of Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
But you fans at home are not the only ones that are going to, you know, get to see something cool. Everyone's going to get to see the film inside, and all of you fans are going to see an exclusive clip debut right now.
That's right. So make sure you stay tuned to Marvel's channels. Here we go.
Welcome to the world premiere of Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Please join me in welcoming the cast. Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Dave Bautista, Vin Diesel, Kurt Russell, Sylvester Stallone, Michael Rooker, Karen Gillan, Paul Clemente, Chris Sullivan, Elizabeth Debicki, Sean Gunn, Tommy Flanagan, David Hasselhoff, writer and director James Gunn, and from Marvel Studios, Louis D'Esposito and Kevin Feige.
Wow! Oh my God. All right, I just want to say a couple of things. This is unusual. Normally we don't say something, the director doesn't say something. But right now, I just want to say, number one, how grateful I am to the guys at Marvel for helping us to really make a great film, to supporting us, to coming up with the greatest ideas, and being the best collaborators of my entire life. For real. I told them that backstage 2 seconds ago, and I'm saying it now in front of everybody. Thanks to the folks at Disney for what they've done for us, and of course, thanks to my cast, who are awesome. I love them all. We've become a family along this process. And then finally, I just want to thank two more people. Mom and Dad, where are you? Stand up. Stand up. Can you stand up? This movie, this pair of movies, the first Guardians of the Galaxy was about learning to love other people from people who didn't really know how to do it. The second movie has a lot to do with learning how to be loved by other people, which is something that I hope we can do. I think that we had the first movie was about a mother, the second movie was about a father, and I want to dedicate both of these films to my mom and my dad, who I love dearly, and who were not always perfect, like none of us are perfect, or none of the people in the movie are perfect, but who I always knew loved me. And that's what this movie is about. I love you guys, the fans. I love everybody in here, and thank you so much for showing up tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2!
I want to say thanks to you guys so much for showing up tonight. It is such a privilege to do these live streams for you. Thank you so much to Comic Cave for sponsoring this.
And thank you guys so much for interacting with us all night. You can see more at marvel.com as always, but don't go anywhere because the show's not over for you guys. They're going to go watch the film, and soon you are going to watch an exclusive debut of a new clip from Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in theaters on May 5th.
That's right. I'm Tamara Krinsky.
I'm Lorraine Sink.
Marvel,
your universe.
The beast's hide is too thick to be pierced from the outside. I must cut through it from the inside.
Huh? No, Drax! Wait a minute! Drax!
What is he doing?
He said the skin is too thick to be pierced from the outside, so
That doesn't make any sense.
I tried telling
Skin
him
is
that.
the same level of thickness from the inside as from the outside.
I realize that.
Here's a cut on its neck. Rocket! Get it to look up! Hey, you giant sea monkey out there!
There are two types of beings in the universe. Those who dance and those who do not.
I get it, yes. I am a dancer, Gamora is not.
You just need to find a woman who is pathetic. Like you.
Thanks, buddy.
Do you need a hug?
No, I do not.
Oh, I thought I said no. You're welcome.